This is me eating humble pie. If you want to know why I'm eating this humble pie, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène with another video. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to start off with a couple of things. One of them is, if you want to see how I got this eye look, I will link the video right here. And I want to say as well, if you want to see the predecessor of this video, I will also have it linked up in the cards right here, which is, the title is Hitting the Reset Button. And the reason I am eating a lot of humble pie is because my intent for hitting the reset button has been a dismal failure. Let me explain. But first, if you like the content of this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content on this channel in general, please consider subscribing. Okay, where was I? I think I was at humble pie. In November, I think it was November 11th I filmed it, and November 12th I posted it. I said I was hitting the reset button. And at that point I said I wanted to re-experience or get back to the joy of delayed gratification. What I mean by that is that I wanted to get back to the waiting before buying, not acting on impulse, enjoying the feeling of waiting to get, and that anticipation, the whetting of the appetite for something new that we wait for an extended period of time. And that, just as much as it can be agonizing to a certain extent, waiting makes us happier to get whatever it is that we were lusting after. Just like when we say, absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? And I set some rules back on November 11th, again, posted on November 12th. And it hasn't worked out so well for me. And I want to just kind of go over what it is that I said, what it is that happened, and what I'm going to do about it. So yeah, let me just talk about the rules first off of what it is that I was planning on doing and the measurements, and then let's talk about what happened and what I'm going to do about it. So in that, I really thoroughly explained, and again, I would point you to that video, explained what it is that I was trying to do, which was rekindled this delayed gratification, because I don't have a monetary reason to do a no buy, which is why I was kind of turning my nose up at it, because I couldn't see how that was a motivator. More on that later. Hang on. So here were my rules. I had 5 rules. Number 1, I want to play with what I own, meaning what I already own. Number 1. Number 2, I want to bring in only what I have used up completely, meaning that I will only bring in a new product if I have used everything of that product that I already had available, but I'm going to add or a substitute to that product. So I have to have nothing left in my collection that addresses that particular need before I bring something else in. So that was rule number 2. Number 3, eliminate shopping time researching or investigating other than YouTube. And I say other than YouTube because I learn a lot by watching other creators. So I don't want to reduce my YouTube time because I learn a lot about how people approach talking about different products, learning about how they use different products and how I could apply some techniques. I don't want to cut my YouTube time, but scrolling aimlessly across product pages, that's different. So I want to eliminate that kind of behavior. Number 4, I want to invest time in other loves. And one of the things that shopping has displaced are 2 very important things for me. One of them is, of course, producing content, playing with my collection, learning from my collection, and also writing and reading, which is a very big part of what I do and have been doing for the last 4 years. And a lot of that has gone by the wayside, and a piece of me is missing, and I need to get it back. So I'm going to be focusing on that for sure. And the 5th objective that I have is to plunge deeply back into reading. And so I want to get through a lot of books, and that supports my other YouTube channel, which is Free to Pursue. So Free to Pursue is a channel that I am enjoying. I have put a lot of attention into this channel, which I will continue to do, but I also want to support Free to Pursue a lot better. So you will see some of that focus as well put into that channel, and some of my passion as well into that channel. So those are my rules for 2019, and no rules are complete without some measurements. And I have 3 measurements, again, that I iterated in my hitting the reset button, but I want to really solidify here today. Rule number 1 is time. And my measurement of time is that I'm going to start not only hitting the reset button, which I thought I was doing on November 11th, that's not working. I'm actually going to set a specific amount of time for me to relearn better behaviors. And that is going to be, we're going to see if the end time gets extended, but for now, it's going to be January 1st, 2019 to December 31st, 2019. So the full year of 2019, I am going on a no-buy. I didn't think I was going to have to do that, but it's very obvious to me that in order to reset my behaviors, that even though I don't have an economic need to do that, it's the right thing to do. I just need to stop, think, and do things properly. And so I have some rules for my no-buy. I am going to use up products and only get new products or repurchase products if I have eliminated everything that I have in a given category, including substitutes that can act and do the same thing. So I have to make sure I have nothing in my collection, including samples, that can fill the purpose of what it is that I have run out of. And including samples is a big one. I don't think a whole lot of folks do that, but if it is at my disposal, I should be using it. Now, the last measurement, so obviously what leaves my collection when what comes in is a measurement of that. And of course, the time measurement from January 1st to December 31st is a definite measurement. The third measurement I have to complement those is that I want to track the time that I spend browsing versus the time that I spend learning or creating. And learning or creating obviously can be on video, it can be in writing, it can be in time spent learning a new technique for makeup, it can be reading. So learning or creating is a very different use of time than just taking in content in a form of entertainment, if you will. So to me, shopping is no different than watching a TV episode or a movie or a comedian on YouTube or whatnot. So I want to make sure that I'm monitoring the quality of the time that I spend and what I spend it on. So long and short of it is that I did not know that I was going to do this, but I'm going to do a no-buy year. And two big influences in me deciding to do this are Haley Evans, who is a fellow Canadian, and Hannah Louise Boston. Now let's just talk about Haley Evans for a second. She has gone more into minimalism and more into getting very purposeful with her use of skincare and cosmetics. And what really got me about her video, and I will link her video down below, and I will link her channel right here, is that she referenced Kate Flanders' book, A Year of Less. And A Year of Less, her year of no shopping, is a book that I read just about a year ago. And all I could say, I think I said wow out loud 3 times before I hit page 100. I will also have the Amazon link to her book down below. Kate Flanders is a fantastic person. I highly recommend her writing. So Haley was very influenced by Kate Flanders' book. I really enjoyed Kate Flanders' book, and I thought, what a great reminder. And then Hannah Louise Poston did a no-buy year for the year 2018, which of course is coming to a close. And I learned a great deal about her kind of journey through learning a lot more about her consumption behavior and her likes and dislikes from this no-buy year and new patterns of using products and services based on that year. And she's also a writer and a creator and artistic, and I feel some kinship to her as well. So all this to say, back in early mid-November, I did not think that I needed to do a no-buy year. But it's becoming increasingly clear to me that that is the right thing for me to do, so that is what I'm going to do starting January 1st. And I hate New Year's resolutions, but the reason I'm going to jump on the bandwagon is that so many other people are doing a no-buy year in 2019. And I feel like I will get a lot of benefit from the support and momentum that having a number of people doing a no-buy year will bring me. So that is my update to hitting the reset button and my introduction to my big project for 2019. If you have any questions about this project, please leave them down below. I will answer any kind of enthusiasm, lack of enthusiasm, accolades and disparagements that you might have, and do my best to do so. But I'm looking forward to it. I am ready for it. I've been getting ready for it over the last 6 weeks when I realized that just hitting the reset button on my own like this was not working. I applaud LS for being able to do it on November 11th herself, and she seems to be doing great, and I applaud her for it. I somehow needed a bit of a different framework, and I think I've found something that's going to work for me, and I'm going to go with it. And yeah, enough said. Those are my plans for the coming year. I thank you very much for your time. I look forward to updating you. And I also look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.